Now, each one of us is given opportunities in our life, and we have to look for those opportunities if we want to set the world on fire. And in each opportunity, we have to ask ourselves, what would Jesus do in this situation? What would he do? What would he do? How many of you have ever thought to yourself, maybe the Lord is calling me to do something? Maybe this idea in my head, in my heart, is coming from the Lord. How many of you have ever thought that before? That God has given you an idea. Well, you'll never know if that idea is of God unless you get out of the boat. I love that story in the Bible where the disciples are in the boat in the middle of the night. And all of a sudden, Jesus comes walking on the water in the middle of the night. There he is, walking on the water towards the boat. And the disciples look over and they started screaming and said, "Ah, it's a ghost!" And Jesus says, "No, it's me. It's me." Have you ever wondered that? Is it you, Lord? Is it really you that gave me that idea to become a religious? Is it really you that called me to the priesthood? Is it really you that wants me to start this ministry for the poor? Is it really you? And Peter said something that changed my life in reading it. Peter looks at Jesus and he said, "Lord, if that's you, ask me to come to you on the water." And what does Jesus do? Come. And there's Peter. All of them are in the boat. There's Peter looking at Jesus. It's the time of decision. I'm going to find out if this is God. And what does he do? He puts that foot over the edge of the boat. And at that point, I imagine Matthew is going, "Come on, Peter. I mean, don't go overboard. Come on, buddy. It's just a teaching. It's just a teaching. Come on." Now, Peter the one that says this is more than a teaching. He wants to know. And he gets that foot over the edge. And then all of a sudden, the moment of truth, that next foot comes over. At that point, he's the only one in the boat that knows it's Jesus. Why? He's doing what Jesus is doing. He is coming to Jesus and obeying him. My friends, don't ever settle for just religion. Get on the great adventure with Jesus. Get on that road with Jesus where you're following him. Every day, he gives us opportunities. You want to set the world on fire, you got to get out of the boat. And every opportunity he gives you, see if it's him. Do something. Take the 5 loaves and the 2 fish that you have, and don't just give it once, but be faithful. Take stock in your own life. What are the gifts that God has given you? They'll do the world no good if you don't give them.